Hi, I'm Chris. Welcome to Digital Power Trip. Today we're going to be starting the first in a series of small videos called App Zaps, where we tell you about a useful app that we found or something that we use to help make our daily lives easier. Many of you who are creators and those of you who like to post videos on YouTube have probably run into the problem of copyrighted music. So if you've ever tried to use a popular song, something that plays on the radio, you've also probably gotten hit with a copyright strike. There's a couple things that can happen there. Number one, it doesn't have anything to go against your account, but you're not able to monetize that video. Number two, they'll just strip the audio right out of your video, and then what are you left with? So today I'm going to teach you how to make your own music for your YouTube videos. And I know what you're thinking. You don't have any musical talent? Well, I don't either. As a matter of fact, I was kicked out of band in the 7th grade because I couldn't keep a beat. So, with that being said, let's jump on into what we're talking about today. Today we're talking about the Launchpad app for iOS. Now, those of you who haven't heard of Launchpad before, what Launchpad is, it was made originally as a hardware device for Ableton, and Ableton is a loop generator, loop player for DJs. So what happens is you have little small snippets of music, and the Launchpad would control those snippets through the software that would play them on beat and back in beat. So we'll jump in here. And it's real easy. When it first opens up, you're presented with some things that are automatically downloaded for you when you get the app, different types of music. And we're going to jump into hip hop, something that's fairly familiar for most people. And whenever you hit a pad, it plays a snippet of music. Hit another pad, it drops that other loop in on beat. And if you'll notice, that pad was blinking until it was able to come in on beat. So that works out pretty good. The numbers correspond with how many beats there are. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. If you'll notice, these effects and other things over here that don't have that number, that means that they just play as long as you're holding them down.
We straight doing it. We straight doing it. We straight doing it.
So these are things that you can add into your overlay. And it's important when you're using these that you're on beat, because it'll make it sound funky.
We straight doing it. We straight doing it. We straight doing it.
That doesn't go with it at all. But if you stay over here in the numbered ones, it's kind of really hard to screw it up. So you get the idea. It's really easy to create music, and you can do a lot with all the included things that come for free. They do have a store, and inside the store you can look at sound packs, and they put sound packs out all the time, and you can get samples. And as you might guess, some of the sound packs sound better than the included stuff, but there's still plenty included for free. One of the things that I also noticed is on the sound packs, let's get back in here. Let me scroll. All right, you see this one that says, Odessa, say my name? Sounds like something you might hear in the top 40, right? Well, if you'll notice right here, it says conditions of use. That gives us a good opportunity to jump in and talk about what's royalty free and what's not. If you'll notice on their website, they've answered a question that says, can I sell songs I make using Launchpad for iOS? This applies to the Launchpad app as well as the Free Loops sample pack. So there's two different loop providers. One's called Loop Masters and the other one's called Ninja Tune. Basically, what it boils down to is anything that's a Loop Master sound is royalty free, and you're free to use it to do whatever you wish with. Other than you can't record a sample of the loop and then resell that sample. The Ninja Tune Artist Series sound packs, like the one we just looked at, you can't do anything with those other than play around with them and listen to them. If you post them online, they're going to get copyright tagged and taken down. So, but that's really the only thing I found in there that you can't use. The rest of it, there's a ton of stuff in here. Let's jump over into house. Now this sounds like something that you would hear behind a lot of YouTube videos, and people are paying big money to get this type of music because people are paying, $100, $150 a track to somebody to create this type of thing that you can just sit here. If you can press a pad, you can create something plenty interesting enough to do your own music with. So what we're going to do now is I am going to go over into, let's go into glitch step, and let's record a song. So to record a song, all you need to do is hit the record button. Notice it says press a pad, and once you press a pad, it starts making a recording. So let's start here. Give us a melody. Add some bass. Now, to stop the recording, all you really have to do is hit the button, but I like it better if you just kind of take out one thing at a time. And finish right on beat. So that recording's done. In order to get to it, all you have to do is go up here to the record symbol, and you can see the last song that we recorded. And we have a couple options here. You can play it back, make sure it sounds like what you wanted it to sound like. You can fast forward through it. And then you can choose to output it into a WAV format or AAC format. And then you can either hit share, send it to your iPhone. You can drop it in Dropbox. You can email it to yourself. If you were just doing the song, you could publish it right to YouTube. I'm sure it's going to be branded. Throw it up on Facebook. But there's a lot of ways to get it. But the easiest way for me is just to email it to myself, and then I have the file that I can put in my YouTube video. So our intro theme music was made with this application, and it's great. It saved us a ton of time, saved us a ton of money. And I hope that by sharing this with you guys, you can add it to your creative process. And I'd love to see if any of you come up with anything really interesting. Just hit us up in the channel, and we'll take a listen. That's it for today. See you next time.